Hey, what's up, everyone? I had to share this, but I'm going to make a full video about it later. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about what happened a few minutes ago while I was on the phone with Daddy. I was on the phone with him, and we were talking, and he was talking about this one particular tree in our yard that just folds out like an umbrella, and all of a sudden the phone went silent. It went quiet and silent, like he was. It was like it was. This is what was really strange. It froze. We've been talking for 33 minutes and 33 seconds. 33. And that's what it froze on. And it went silent. Then it just kept on going, the time. And he said, and it's such a beautiful, and it went silent. And I said, hello? 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 I just kept talking, saying hello. And for about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, I was sitting there. I even went outside and I was trying to talk. I was like, hello. And then a few moments, like actually about 2 minutes later, but a few moments after I kept trying to move the phone around, usually when the phone loses signal, it shuts off. Not just remaining like I'm on the phone, remaining the same way. And then he goes, Tree, it is so... He wasn't upset. He wasn't wondering like what happened. Usually he was like, man, stupid phone. I hate AT&T, all kinds of stuff like that. He hates the company because it screws up so much. It hasn't been doing that as much lately, thank goodness. But yeah, we were on the phone, and then at 33 minutes into the time, it stops. His conversation stops. And then 2 minutes later, the conversation picks up exactly right where we left off. And I said, you won't believe what just happened. And he was like, what? Like, what is it? And I said, we hadn't been talking for 2 minutes, but your conversation left off. And he said, well, he said, there was no mess up for me. He said, he's been talking the whole time. Literally. He said there was no gap. He said that like seconds ago I was talking to him. So for him, there was no time gap. There was no time lapse. So that was an amazing situation. There was no time lapse for him. No mess up. The phone was frozen. And I suddenly stopped hearing him. He said, that is an amazing... And it shut off. And then it just silence. It was silence. 2 minutes later, he came back. Tree, I really like it. And I was like, you won't believe what happened. He said, what? I said, it was silent for like 2 minutes. And he said, usually due to the 5G towers, he loses me there anyway. Those 5G towers usually make him lose me there, lose the signal. But instead, this time, it actually went out. But there was a time gap, time pause. It stopped at 33 into the conversation, into the phone call, and then continues right afterwards. It's like he left off on like he went through a time loop or portal. It's a time anomaly. This conversation stopped, and it faded away, and then continued where he left off. And he said for him, there was no time delay. There was no delay. He said he'd been talking. So for him, just a few seconds went by, and the conversation never stopped. It was just a couple of seconds. But for me, the phone call had ended for 2 minutes. Crazy stuff. Very, very crazy stuff. Peace. Signing out. Let me know your encounters. My links are below if you'd like to show support. Thanks for 2,000 subscribers.